And let's go ahead and start at the top of our mat. And let's start in mountain pose. And as you stand here in mountain pose, perhaps let your eyes close. Let your palms turn out. Let your chin be level. Reach through the crown of the head. Press lightly into the feet. Soft bend in the knees. And feel yourselves centered between the great sources of heaven and earth. The earth attends to our physical needs, and the heavens that attend to our emotional, spiritual needs. And begin to start your Ujjayi breath here. On your inhales, perhaps pull the energy of the earth all the way up the feet, up the legs, through the hips, through the abdomen, up the shoulders, through the neck, through the top of the head. On the exhales, feel that descending motion through the top of the head, through the neck, through the torso, through the hips, the legs, down through the feet. Groundingness below, and anchoredness above. You have 5, 6 more deep breaths here. Beautiful breathing. Last couple of breaths here. Let your next inhale expand through your palms. And on an inhale, reach the hands up. And then a big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Soft bend in the knees and bring it down to a fold. Feet can be wide here. Inhale, pull the spine nice and long. And exhale, fold. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees like you're sitting in a chair. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, pull the heart forward. And exhale, fold. Then bend the knees, palm the mat. Left foot steps back. This time just right foot joins plank. And hold your plank. Your plank can be full on the toes or to drop down to the knees to modify. Shoulder blades roll back. Belly is lifted. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, gently lower down to the belly. Make your way to Sphinx pose. Start with reaching through the toes, lengthening the tailbone, pulling the heart forward, pressing the forearms into the earth. Bring the gaze slightly forward and down, and take 5 more breaths here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, return the heart to the earth, the hands behind the shoulders, gently push back to child's pose. Take about 3 deep breaths here. And on your moving to hip circles, right to left, inhale to the right, exhale over to the left. Take 3 more in this or let's take 4 more. So a total of 5, moving right to left. And we'll meet back in child's pose when we're done. On the inhale, come over to the left, and as you exhale, move to the right and take 4 more for a total of 5, moving left to right. Check in with your breath. Meeting back in child when you're done. We're going to move between child and modified plank. So bring your focus just behind your belly button, and we'll roll the body or roll forward into it. Roll it, unfolding the body as you come forward. So inhale, roll forward, and let the exhale push you back to child. Take 2 more with your breath pattern. Last one will return you to child, and we'll meet there. Let the next inhale pull you to hands and knees. And as you exhale, gently round for cat, bringing the gaze maybe towards the belly, tailbone towards the floor. Inhale, slowly pull the heart forward, round the shoulders back, tailbone up, heart up. And exhale, round for cat. Take 2 more with your breath pattern. Moving at your pace. Then let the inhale pull you to a neutral spine. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and make your way to down dog. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, right heel down, left knee bends. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, drop both heels. 1 more full breath here. Next, inhale, right leg lifts, 3-point. Exhale, step between the hands, runner's lunge, and pause. Bring the spine nice and long. The gaze is down. Then let your next inhale step you into grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, left foot by the right. Inhale, pull the spine nice and long. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees and gently on an inhale, roll up to standing, fingertips reach. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart. Inhale, offer the heart up, fingertips reach. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, palm the mat. Right foot steps back. Left foot joins. You're in a plank. Hold here about 3 breaths. Belly buttons pull towards the backbone. You can be on toes or knees. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, elbows stay in, gently lower to the floor, set up for Sphinx. Reaching through the toes, lengthening the tailbone, pull the heart forward. Bring the gaze slightly forward and down. 5 more breaths here. Take an inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, bring the heart down, hands behind the shoulders. Gently on the exhale, push it back to child. Take a couple of breaths here and breathe. We'll take our hip circle starting left to right here. On the inhale, move to the left, and as you exhale, make your way over to the right. Taking 4 more after this for a total of 5 left to right. Meeting back in child's pose when you're done. Sometimes we'll swing like a pendulum, but we're going to meet back in child before starting the other side. Moving right to left, inhale over to the right hip. Exhale, pull forward and over onto the left. Take 4 more in this direction for a total of 5, right to left, meeting back in child. Once you're back in child, pull back through the hips, reach through the fingertips, feel the length of the body from the hips to the fingertips. Bring your focus just behind your belly button, rolling forward from here. On an inhale, roll forward, modified plank. Exhale, gently push back to child. 2 more with your breath. Meeting back in child when you're done. Next inhale, come forward, hands and knees. Exhale, gently round for cat, taking your time to round the spine. On an inhale, lift for cow. And exhale, round for cat. I said this backwards, I apologize. 2 more, your breath pattern. Then let the next inhale bring you to a neutral spine. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, make your way to down dog. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, left heel down, right knee bends. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, drop both heels. 1 more full breath here. Next inhale, left leg lifts, 3-point. Exhale, step between the hands, runner's lunge, and pause. Bring the spine nice and long. Feel that energy off that back leg and the front leg. Next inhale, push off that back leg, grounded airplane. Exhale, fold. Right foot by the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees on an inhale, gently rise to standing, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Moving into prana, building breath, gathering the energy that is above you, because prana can relate to many things, and this term is with a value. On an inhale, reach up and gather prana. Keep inhaling, no exhale. And even as the oxygen intake may stop, we keep pulling the energy in. Then we hold this breath, lift the heart, and spread the wings. Reach it up. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart. 2 more. Inhale, take it up. Keep inhaling. And keep pulling this energy that's above you into the body. Hold this breath. Lift the heart, spread the wings. Reach it up. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart. Last one. Inhale, take it up. Keep inhaling. The body may want to sway heel to toe as it fills the body with prana. Then hold this breath, lift the heart, spread the wings, extend your energy to every part of your being. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, reach it up. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, soft bend in the knees and bring it down to a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Then on an inhale, pull the spine nice and long, and as you exhale, bend the left knee, left hand down, inhale, right hand to sky. Exhale, right hand down, bend the right knee, and inhale, left hand to sky. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, pull the spine nice and long, and exhale, fold. Soften the knees. On the inhale, rise up to standing, fingertips reach. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Side body stretch on the left side. Inhale, hands reach up, and as you exhale, right hand holds that left wrist. On an inhale, push the palm up, lengthen the tailbone. On the exhale, come over to the right, left side body stretch. Then let the right hand slide down to clasp the left fingertips. Drop the right elbow down and push lightly into the back of the head, wherever it might land on that left arm. Gaze can be forward or up, or wherever it suits you. Now let your next inhale reach this up. Now hold the fingertips. Now as you exhale, right hand stretches left palm. So pull those fingertips down towards the head. Next inhale, separate the hands, reach it up, drop the shoulders, big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, soft bend in the knees and bring it down to a fold. Inhale, pull the spine nice and long. Exhale, fold. Pull the spine long, bend the right knee, right hand down, maybe right hand closer to center or towards the window or towards the left, then left hand up, inhaling here. Next, exhale, left hand down, bend the left knee. Inhale, right hand up, maybe left hand's closer to the door side or toward the right. Next, exhale, right hand down. Inhale, pull the spine nice and long. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees on the inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up, right side body stretch. As you exhale, left hand holds right wrist. Inhale, push the palm up, lengthen the tailbone, draw the shoulder blades back, and on the exhale, come over to the left for right side body stretch. Gently slide the left fingertips to clasp the right. Drop the left elbow down, push into the back of the head against wherever it lands on the right arm. And breathe here. If this is not comfortable for you, of course, you don't have to take it. These are all just suggestions. I'm merely a guide. It's your practice. Next, inhale, lift up. Holding on the exhale, left hand stretches right palm. Then next inhale, reach it up, separate the hands, drop the shoulders, big sigh, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up, soft bend in the knees and bring it down to a fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart pulls forward. And exhale, fold. And we're going to hold here, so whatever works for you. If you want your hands on blocks, if you like to go deeper and you want elbow in hand, or you want your hands under your feet, or hold your big toes or behind your heels. And mindful to keep the weight in the center of the foot so you're not rocking back into the heels. So if the weight stays in the center of the foot, you'll keep the ankles, knees, and hips lined up in one line. 3 more breaths here. Release any bind that you have. On an inhale, pull the spine nice and long. And on the exhale, turn the toes out and sit down to Hindi squat. And if that doesn't work for you, you can sit down in Sukhasana. You can be on a block. You can be on a bolster. And you have about 7, 8 breaths here. Let the eyes maybe close and the gaze towards the fingertips. And perhaps place your intention for your practice here, just so you know there's an actual person behind this voice. Check in with your breathing. Last couple of breaths. Then on an inhale, press into the palms, lift the heart up, and as you exhale, return the hands to the earth, lift the hips up, turn the toes forward, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. This time, push off the earth, and on the inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Soften the knees, left foot steps back. Right knee pulls in cheetah. Inhale, take it up to 3-point. Exhale, pull forward to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Move through your vinyasa as it suits you, and we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, lift the toes, and exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down, moving into warrior 2 so the feet line up. Inhale, cartwheel open, warrior 2. Exhale here. You have 3 to 4 more breaths here. So in the beginning, as you step into a pose, check in with it. You might need to back out and move in and back out, and you might need a little dynamic movement like we did on the first video. Next inhale, straight leg reverse, reach it up. Exhale, cartwheel down, runner's lunge. Next inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back and left knee pulls in cheetah. Inhale, take it up to 3-point. Exhale, pull forward to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, choose your path with your vinyasa or no vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale, lift to the toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Line up the feet for warrior 2, and on an inhale, cartwheel open to your warrior 2. Exhaling here and breathing here 3 or 4 more breaths. Again, take the time. It's the first time into it. Feel the stance. Beautiful, Lindis. Strong. There's a reach and strength in the fingertips as we use the Vayu Vyana here, expansive energy. Supports the heart and the lungs. Next, inhale, straight leg reverse, reach it up. Exhale, cartwheel down, runner's lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, right foot by the left. Inhale, pull the spine nice and long, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. Spin the back heel down. Moving into warrior two again. Inhale, cartwheel open, warrior two. Inhale here, exhale, modified side angle. You're here for about 6-7 more breaths. If you'd like to deepen it, you can to full side angle. You can stay in modified. You can wait a while to move to the full. You choose your path here. You can always use a block. Your hand can be on the inside or the outside. Lots of energy through that back foot as well. Now for the last couple of breaths, if you'd like extension, the left hand can move forward towards the mirror or towards the front of the room. This changes the line of energy from the left foot to the left fingertip, as when you're in the lifted position, it's from the right foot to the left hand. Now on the inhale, reach it back up to sky. Then on the exhale, sweep the earth, pivot a quarter turn towards the left. You're in a wide leg fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Then option for Scandasana. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, Scandasana, right side if you like. If not, on the exhale, fold and hold. You're only here about 3 breaths, so it's not a long hold. Hands can be on the ground in prayer or in a bind. Nice, guys. Release any bind. Bring the hands back to the earth. On the inhale, pull the spine nice and long, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees and pivot a quarter turn towards the left. You're in a runner's lunge facing the back. Next, inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, right foot by the left. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart. We'll move into tree pose, standing on the left foot. Right foot comes up where you want it to be. Let your hands be wherever it serves this pose for you. Beautiful, Karen. Nice, Cindy. Pretty, Sarah and Lisa. We'll move into Krishnas from here. So on an inhale, reach the hands up, pull the right knee in, give it a little bounce. Exhale, cross it over the left foot, bend into the right knee, push the right palm towards the left side of the room or towards the door side, left hand to sky. Next, inhale, push off that right foot, bring it back by the left, reach up to the sky, big sigh through the center. Inhale, take it out and up, reach up, big sigh through the center. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, pause at the heart. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're moving into full side plank, or you can modify this, but it's on the right side. So right foot steps back. For full side plank, left foot on top of right. For modified, right knee down. Choose what works for you. And hold and breathe here. Then take an inhale, reach through that left hand. Exhale, left hand comes down. Right foot meets left if it's modified. Push back to down dog. On an inhale, moving from that center, roll forward to plank. Exhale, push back to down dog. One more time. Inhale, roll forward. Now this time, exhale, lower down. Move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. As you return to down dog, inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back. Spin the back heel down. Moving into warrior two again. Inhale, cartwheel open. Exhale here. Take time to find your stance, and then we'll use this stance. Take an inhale here. Exhale, modified side angle. Making sure the left toes face forward, the left knee's not surfing in. And then you feel centered between the feet. You have about 7 more breaths here. If you want to deepen it to full side angle, you can. But check in with your body. Now, if you drop down, you may want to use a block if the heart is facing down so that the body is staying a little bit lifted. It's lifted, heart is staying forward. Pretty, Sarah. Last few breaths, if you want to go for extension, right hand can reach behind that right ear and reach towards the back wall, towards the tree. Then on an inhale, gently lift that right hand back up if you had extension. Then sweep it towards the earth. Feminine quarter turn towards the right. You're in a wide leg fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Moving to Scandasana on the left side if you like. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, left side Scandasana, or stay in your wide leg fold. Taking a bind here, hands on the ground or hands at heart center. Nice, pretty Linda and Karen. Release any bind, bring the hands back up to the floor. Pull it up to wide leg on the inhale, heart forward, and exhale, fold. We're going to move into 5-point star to goddess pose. You can do this by bending the knees and rolling up slowly, or you can push into the insteps, and on an inhale, rise up, 5-point star. On the exhale, turn the heels in and sink down to your goddess pose. Now, if you need to make adjustments, you can always come down for this, meaning bring the hands to the hips and make those adjustments. You have 5 more breaths here. Tailbones lengthened. Two more breaths. Now we'll return to that 5-point star. So on an inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, turn the heels in line with the pinky toes. Lift the heart up. Push into the insteps. On the exhale, bow forward, swan dive. Inhale, pull the spine nice and long. Exhale, fold and hold here. You have 5, 6 more breaths in this wide leg fold. So while they're in wide leg or you're in wide leg, this is Cindy, Sarah, Linda, Karen, not on film, Linda and Lisa. We're glad you're with us. Last couple of breaths. As you start to transition out of this, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. On an inhale, pull the spine nice and long. Exhale, fold. This is just a reset. Soften the knees, pivot a quarter turn towards the right. You're in a runner's lunge facing the front. Next, inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Tree pose, standing on the right foot. Left foot comes up where you want it to be. Taking any hands that support or arms that support your tree. Nice, Miss Linda. Transitioning into Krishna. On an inhale, reach the hands up. Pull that left knee and give it a bounce. Exhale, cross over Krishna. Lots of space between the left and right foot, or at least, some space. Bend the left knee. Push the left palm towards the door side or towards the right side of the room. Right hand is towards the sky. Lots of energy in your hands. Lots of softness in the shoulders. Next inhale, push off the left foot. Bring it back by the right. Reach it up. Big sigh through center. Inhale, take it out and up. Big sigh through center. Last one, take an inhale out, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're moving into left side plank. You can do it modified or full. Left foot steps back. Right foot stacks on top of left for modified. For full. Left knee can be down for modified. Push off the earth to lift up. Then take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Stepping the feet together, push back to down dog if you're in modified. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, push back to down dog, moving from that center like we did in the beginning. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, lower down, move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. All right, how you guys doing? With no music, how are you doing? Because I didn't mention that, didn't think about that for, but we can, yeah. Are you okay? Okay. Inhale, lift the toes again. Exhale, lower the heels. We're going to work off the back now. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot between the hands. We're moving into a squared hip pose, warrior one. So spin the back heel down. Pull the heart forward, sweep the hands back, and inhale, rise up. On the exhale, pull out to goddess. Now, turn the palms up so you can feel the energy that's above you. On the inhale, push the palms up as you straighten the front leg. Exhale, pull down for goddess. Inhale, push up. Exhale, pull down. One more. Inhale, push up. Now exhale, pull it down and hold. We have about 3 or 4 more breaths here in warrior one. Now, if you want to return the hands to lifted, you certainly can. Lots of times I like to just bring my right elbow out. So you always, if you're doing the goddess or half goddess, you at least want to be the right side if the right leg is forward. Whatever's forward, because that pulls the right hip back. Just helps grow off those hips. We'll transition with straight leg again. So on an inhale, push it up, reach. Then exhale, hands come down, bend into the front knee, lift the back heel, drop down to the back knee, push it back to splits prep. Inhale, gently roll forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, tuck the back toes, come off the back knee, and inhale, standing splits. Back leg as high as you can take it. We're going to hold here. So you're here for about 4 or 5 more breaths. Really pushing off the earth to lift that left foot, but also engaging that left butt cheek to reach. Nice, nice, guys. Nice, Linda. Nice, Sarah. Really, maybe even push through the ball of the left foot and spread the 5 toes. Nice, Karen. Next, exhale, forward fold. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Jump or step your way back. Choose your path. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Feet are hip distance apart like on train tracks. Heart pulls forward, hands sweep back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take it out to goddess. Then turn the palms up, straightening on that front leg as you reach up. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, pull it down and bend. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. Last one, and we'll hold. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bend, and hold. Again, check to always make sure that your front knee is never past your ankle. You can either back off the pose or scoot it forward like you just saw Cindy scooting forward. You can deepen if you want by walking the toes forward. You have a few more breaths here. Getting ready to exit this pose. Turn the palms up on it. Inhale, push up, straighten that front leg. Exhale, bring the hands down, bending the front knee. Lift the back heel, drop the back knee, push it back to splits prep. Inhale, gently roll forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, tuck the back toes, come off the back knee, and inhale up to standing splits to hold. Pushing off the earth, engaging the right butt cheek to lift the right leg. Maybe spread the toes. Nice. Pretty Sarah. Nice, Lisa. Nice, Cindy. Take an inhale, reach. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, fingertips reach. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, working off the top of the mat, taking the rotation over to the right side of the room or the mat. Right foot steps back. Spin the back heel down. We're taking triangle from the floor. So set up your block or whatever you might need behind that left ankle or wherever it's right for you. Let the inhale straighten the front leg. Let the exhale roll the right hip over the left. Let the inhale either rotate you open or take the right hand to sky. And hold and breathe here in triangle. Are you coming up or are you staying in pyramid? No, I was just letting you know. I just wondered if you might just be like I was last night. And that is totally fine. You want to be the other night I was taking Karen's class over here, and I was definitely in my own little world. 3 minutes, actually, I stayed in a pose that they were not in. So it is. That's what we want. I wasn't trying to take you out of that. I just wanted you to know if you wanted it. Yeah. A few more breaths here. Triangle is a pose that serves all doshas. So most people love triangle pose. We're going to move into an arc above the body. So from here, take an inhale. On your exhale, just bend the knee. Keep that extending through the arm so you're moving into warrior two. Turn your palms up. The energy's moving above you. Inhale, tap it up, 5-point star. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale, straight leg reverse and reach it up. Exhale, cartwheel down, runner's lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach the sky. Big sigh, hands to heart center. We're moving into figure 4, standing on the right foot. Left ankle is left ankle comes over the right thigh. You're gonna bend into that right knee. Hands can be at heart center. You sit down into the hips. You can stay here. You can fold completely in the half, the hands reaching forward, the hips back. If you want to take it to a deeper place, you certainly can. Choose beautiful Karen, beautiful Lisa. Nice, Lynn, nice options. Now, if you're taking it to the floor, just move on your own pace because that is one of the deeper options. If you're ready to come out of this, bring the hands back to heart center. On the inhale, lift up, and kick that energy forward and away with the left foot and come out and down. Inhale up, exhale out and away. Inhale up, Now exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Take 2 more breaths here. Just letting the body set to balance. And then let the left foot step back. Spin the back heel down. It's warrior 2 footing. We're moving into triangle. Now, if you don't like triangle from the floor, you can take it from warrior 2. But if you want it from the floor, inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, rolls the left hip over the right. And inhale, maybe rotation to come into triangle, or just lift the left hand. So you're stacking the hips first, left over right. Beautiful, Cindy. And the shoulders follow. Beautiful, Miss Linda, right there. Does that feel better? That's awesome. You're not on camera, so yeah, that looks awesome. It's a long hold in triangle pose, about 7 to 9 breaths. Beautiful, Lisa. You're always checking in to make sure there's length in that left side body. You don't feel like you're collapsing into it. Lots of energies running from the center of the heart in either direction. This is expansive energy. Keep that energy going even as we sit down. So it'll keep the arms nice and strong. And when you set down into that, bending that front knee, it'll set you up to warrior 2. So take an inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee. Tilt the body up, warrior 2. Turn the palms up. On an inhale, tap it up, 5-point star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front. Inhale, straight leg reverse, reach it up. Exhale, cartwheel down, runner's lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, right foot by the left. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Figure 4, standing on the left leg. Right ankle comes up over that left thigh. And hands to heart center and sink down into your figure 4. Take it to the level you want. Hips can pull back and hands can be in line as Karen and Linda are. You can't see Lisa, but she's folded, so you can fold. Sarah took it on the back side. You can see it. She took it to the floor. You can take it wherever you want. If you're taking it to the floor, I'll let you release on your own. If you're still in a balancing act right here, then on the inhale, lift up and kick the energy forward and away and out to the side with the arms. Inhale, come up through center. Big sigh, out to the side and down. Inhale, lift it up, and exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to come back to working at the back of the mat. So jump or step your way back. Choose a vinyasa or no vinyasa, and we'll meet in down dog. And you could just see the yumminess, Karen, when you were pulling your heart through right there. So, I love yoga. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. And feel free, you guys, to talk, even though we're on video. It's fine to make it real, make it real. Inhale. We're going to hold here 3 more breaths. So it's often we just pass through down dog in our vinyasa practice. So we're going to enjoy it here for a minute. Lots of lift up through the center of the body so that the hands and feet lightly placed on the earth from this hold at center. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot between the hands. You're in a runner's lunge. So right here, check in to make sure that your knee and ankle line up because we're going to drop the back knee for modified. Go ahead and once you're there, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, lengthen the tailbone. Know that you can stay here. If you'd like to sweep up, you can sweep up. If you want to, you can bring the hands just to the front thigh, to the heart, or towards the sky. You can also join the hands above you and drop them behind the head if you like. And hold and breathe here a few more breaths. If you push into your back shin, it'll help take pressure off that knee. But, of course, we don't want to be straight down on the kneecap anyway. That's why we're deep in the lunge. If your hands are folded on the inhale, reach up. On the exhale, bring the hands behind and gently push back to splits prep. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, push back. Then inhale, come forward. Exhale, tuck the back toes, come off the back knee, and inhale up to standing splits again. This time, option for shooting arrow if you like. So in shooting arrow, once you find your balance, you keep your heart as close to your standing leg as you can, and then maybe lift one arm up towards the ceiling and the other as if your body is an arrow pointing towards the earth. And it might just be beautiful. That's nice. Nice, Karen. Nice, Sarah. Nice, Cindy. Then gently release the hands to the earth if they're lifted. Take an inhale here. Exhale, fold. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Now exhale, just separate the feet from mountain pose, just like we started class. And we're just going to pause here for a couple of breaths. And just breathe here. Notice how you may feel a little different from your first mountain pose today in class. Mountain pose is a major neutralizer and helps settle the body. On an inhale, widen the palms, reach the hands up. Big sigh, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Option to step or jump your way back. Choose a vinyasa or no vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Nice, Cindy. Again, yummy, yummy. It's like... Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels, and you have 3 or 4 more breaths again here. Just savoring down dog. It's funny how one pose can serve different purposes. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot between the hands. You're in a runner's lunge. Bring the spine nice and long. Check in with your front knee. Make sure it's above the ankle or behind it. And then drop your back knee down. Making your way to modified lunge, whatever suits you. And hands can join above and drop below, behind the head if you like. And inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Gently push it back to split spread. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, push back. I can't remember if we did 1 or 2, but that's okay. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, tuck the back toes, come off the back knee, and inhale up to standing splits. Option to take standing splits or shooting arrow. Try to keep the heart as close. So the heart stays down in shooting arrow, but the gaze is up. It's lifted as high as it can be, but the heart never changes its closeness. Nice, nice energy, Karen. Nice, that's it. Nice, Lisa. That's it, Sarah and Cindy. Nice. Pretty Linda's. Gently release the hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop the right foot. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Now, before we move into, and who knows, I'm not sure if we're going to hit that mountain pose again, but we're going to move, so I'm going to move back in here to the camera just for a second. And I'm going to be back here so they can you, I think you can see me here. All right, so we're going to move into dancer pose with an option for splits dancer. So when you're doing splits dancer, you're moving all the way down to the floor. And so you go to dancer, splits dancer, dancer, release, and we're going to come into figure 4. you can do just dancer. These are all, options of what you, so, and I'm talking, the class, they all know this, they've been here before. So, but I just want to show what that might look like. And what your options are. So, Sarah, is it okay if I just step? I'm gonna step right here so from here. If you're here and you come to here, oh, this is my hurt foot. So let's do the other. If I'm here and I take dancer and I take an inhale, and on the exhale I kick into that dancer. I can be here, or I can move my energy towards center, drop my hand down, kick into my right foot, hold splits dancer. Then from coming out of it, bring my energy in. Inhale back up to dancer. I'm not breathing, so it's a little harder. Then inhale, lift it up, and exhale, sink to figure 4. Inhale, lift up, big sigh out to the side a couple of times, and we'll join a mountain pose. Okay? So you guys have any questions? I think y'all know that. Okay. Just let it go. All right, so here we go. Moving into dancer, standing on the right foot first, hands at heart center. Oh, you know what? So just drop for just a second. One thing, too, is if you take it to different levels, say you're just going to do dancer, then you can go dancer to figure 4, release upward, 3 times or whatever feels right. You're just bleeding off energy, and you can meet mountain. If you go for that splits dancer, you're going to be at a different time frame. So we'll all meet in mountain, but everybody do it at what they want, okay? So hands at heart center. Sorry about that. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, left hand down, left heel to the buttocks. Take hold the top of the foot. Now take an inhale here. You can stay here and breathe. Or on the exhale, you can go after your tilt for dancer. You can stay here or go for splits dancer. If you go for splits dancer, hands come in. Or you can lift up to figure 4 out of your dancer, and you don't have to move to splits dancer. So choose what works for you. Nice, guys. If you're returning from splits dancer, energy in, dancer, figure 4. And then you bleed it off as you want, and we'll meet in mountain. And that's part of it. This is a practice. This is why it's called a yoga practice. And just keep bleeding that off, and we'll meet in mountain. So whether you take 2 or 3, and we'll hold in mountain pose. And as you step into that mountain, check in. I have to sometimes reset my toes and heels, soft bend in my knees, lengthen the tailbone, roll the shoulders back, chin is level, reach through the crown of the head. Inhale, widen the palm, reach the hands up. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart center. We're going to do that other side, so I'm going to step back into the camera because it's like you're hearing this ghost voice from somewhere else. But I want to just say something about when we try things, when we try poses. And every day is different. Sometimes I'm going to go just after that dancer and figure 4, and that's what I want. And some days I'm going to go after the splits dancer. And here's the thing. None of it really matters as far as what we're going for in that aspect. But the biggest thing is that we're mindful that it's just a practice, and that that the effort in moving in and out of something in itself has a lot of value. Whether we nail it or whatever, that's never the point. The pose is so secondary to the overall practice. So I just wanted to share that so that as we move into this other side, meaning try new things, go for it if you want to, but also know when to back off when you want to. So we'll start with hands at heart center. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, right hand down, right heel to the buttocks. Take an inhale here, find some length and reach. And on the exhale, perhaps go after your tilt for dancer. Breathe here in your dancer. Or you can move to splits dancer. Now also know you can hold your dancer and return to figure 4 whenever you want. Do what works for you. Nice. It's all good. And knowing that from figure 4, you take that breathing out, that out to in and out, upward momentum breath. And we'll meet back in our mountain after you've bled that out. For me, it's about 3 times. It could be different for you. Now, this time, before we set into our mountain, let's just play with, let's open release some tension from the shoulders. So on an inhale, pull the shoulders up towards the ears and squeeze. And on the exhale, really just drop, even soften the knees. Inhale, pull it up, shoulders towards the ears, squeeze, drop and release. One more time, inhale, pull it up, squeeze, drop and release. Now this time, inhale, pull the shoulders towards the ears, exhale, gently roll them down the back. 2 more times, inhale, pull it up, exhale, gently roll it down the back. 1 more time, inhale, pull it up, and exhale, draw it down the back. And then notice as you draw the shoulders down the back, for me, I can feel it kind of build up in the little Mingman, this little chakra behind the belly button. So I have to kind of shake my knees or shake my legs out and settle that energy down towards my feet. And let's just hold for 3 more breaths here. So do what you need to do to feel that energy run down the body. Now, on an inhale, widen the palm, reach the hands up. Big sigh out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up. Choose your path down, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Jump or step your way back to plank. Take an inhale here and exhale, lower down to the belly. And then we're going to move in to seal posture. So if you don't like seal, so Sarah, will you show Sphinx again? So this is Sphinx. If you want Sphinx and not seal, you can be here. If you want seal, thank you, Sarah, then we're going to bring the hands down. The hands come out towards the corners. Now, the further away from the body, the less sensation. The closer in, the more sensation. But check to make sure you're not going to slide on the wood. Reach through your toes, lengthen the tailbone. Then on an inhale, pull the heart forward and up to come into seal. Press into the palms and lift. We have about 5 breaths here. So the fingertips turn out to give a little space. But again, this is always your practice. You do it whatever resonates to you, what's speaking from your heart or your spirit. Always know that anyone directing your practice is just a guide. These are suggestions. Now take an inhale. And as you exhale, return the heart to the earth and come to resting on the left ear and gently rock the hips side to side. Bring the chin back to center. We're returning to seal again. Remember, you can always take Sphinx. You can move further away or closer in. You choose. Now, reach through your toes, lengthen your tailbone. One thing I forgot to say is slide the shoulder blades down the back. Make sure that you've got the shoulder blades down the back and you've also extended the energy past the tailbone towards the feet. And then on the inhale, press into the palms, pull the heart forward and up first so you're meeting compression on the low back later rather than earlier. And take 5 more breaths here. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lower the heart to the earth, and then come to resting on the other ear. Gently rock the hips side to side. So I think it's your right ear, but you don't have to be on an ear. You can be wherever it suits you. Restorative prone is a great place for the body to be. It helps tone the internal organs, the soft internal organs, and helps strengthen the parasympathetic nervous system and keep it turned on so we don't walk around in sympathetic overdrive. You're here for about 5, 6 more breaths. I should have said that earlier, so we're going to hold this prone for a little bit. And just relax. So I'm sorry I didn't say that earlier so you could just enjoy. Laying on the earth, the ground is so strengthening to the body. Now, because we were only on one ear for you can move to the forehead for this hold if you want, or you can move to the other ear and then come back to the other. So just mindful of that we're not equal time on the ears. So if you want to switch ears or be on the forehead or... Last couple of breaths here. As we transition out of restorative prone, we're going to be sitting back into Vajrasana, sitting on the heels. You can also sit on a block, but we're going to avoid child's poses. We're moving into more back extension camel pose. So hands come behind the shoulders, and if you'd like, you can reach up for extended cobra up dog before you push back, or you can just push back to Vajrasana, whatever works for you. So sometimes it just feels good to me to come off the earth like that. We're sitting back on the heels, and always follow your path, meaning if your body wants, just like Sarah's body wants a down dog for a second, you want to take that regardless of what anybody else is suggesting as a guide in your practice. So we're moving into camel pose. We'll take the modified variation first to know that you can stay there first or moving into deeper variations for more sensation. That's what we're going for, sensation. If you feel it where we first start, stay there. If you don't feel it, keep going for those other variations if it's right for you. Want to keep the hips forward over the knees so you're not dropping back and creating unsafe feeling or compression in the low back. So we're going to come up to kneeling. And make sure the knees are about hip distance apart. They can be wider if you need a little more space in the low back. I take mine a little bit wider. But just notice if you push into your shins right here, how it helps to activate the lift of the body. So you want a lot of pushing into the shins to start for your base and to start to lift the body up away from the hips. Then bring the hands behind you. The fingertips can face up towards the shoulders or they can face down. And then push into your shins and lift your heart up and roll the shoulders back. And the gaze is wherever it serves you. Now you can choose to stay here or you can drop the left hand down and to the left heel. Or you can bring the right hand to sky. You can also tuck those toes, just that you lose part of the base, or you can have your hand on a block as well. Nice, Cindy. And if you want that block, you can use it, or you can have it you want it about that length. Now, if you want to go for full camel, you can bring the right hand down by the right heel, or you can stay in the variation with the hand lifted. Gorgeous. You can see Sarah, it's camel pose is her body loves it. And you can see that it just folds into it beautifully. It is pretty, isn't it? Yeah. And then as we release this, the right hand to the right hip, and then lift up, sit back down into your heels, and just rock your hips side to side, just like we did in prone position. We're going to take it one more time so that we move into it from the other direction. So let the inhale bring you back up to hands and knees. Sorry about that, Linda. I'm making her move in and out, in and out. This is not a good position right here when we sit back on the heels. Now, we'll start with the hands behind again. Push into your shins. Lift your heart up. Now, as you exhale, heart lifts. You're in back extension. You can choose to stay right here or right hand down first. And the left hand reaches up. And the left hand can reach straight back behind you. Or it can stay lifted, or it can come all the way back towards the heel, as you see Sarah moving into it. Nice. Beautiful, Linda. Nice. And again, Center stage. That's pretty. As you transition out of it, the right hand comes to the left hand comes to the hip, right hand to the hip. I may have said that out wrong, but let's just sit back on the heels right there. When you come out of it, here's the big deal. Make sure you're supported. So if you're here lifted, bring it back to the center. Then from where you are behind you, bring it back to the center, and then come up to seated. And then on an inhale, take the arms out to the side and reach up, and big sigh through center. Inhale, take it out and up, and exhale, pause at the heart. And then we're moving to crouching, laughing lion. So we're going to make Linda get back up. I'll change positions again. So take an inhale right from where you are and crouch forward, and exhale, lion. Tongue out, gaze up. And you can laugh here if you want to. Now, they're probably going to really kill me for putting them on camera with that. And then gently round for cat from here. And from your cat, sit back towards your heels. And then push all the way back to child and sit here for a couple of breaths. Then inhale, come forward, hands and knees. Exhaling here, we're moving into thread the needle. Inhale the left hand straight out from the left shoulder. Exhale, thread the left shoulder underneath the body onto the ground. Extend the right hand straight forward. Exhale, pull the right hip back. You can stay right here, or you can do like Karen and Sarah doing, moving the leg out. You can lift it up as Sarah's lifting up and Karen's lifting, and Linda. Or you can just leave it extended, or you don't have to move it at all. It just gives some space. If you're lifting it, it's a lot of energetic movement. And check in with your breath. Gently drop. If your leg is lifted, bring the leg down. Then bring the right knee by the left. Pull the right hip back. Slide the right hand under the right shoulder and slide the left hand through. Tuck the toes, sit back on your heels, and say hello to your feet. Ha ha. And then, good times, good times. Now inhale, reach it out and up. Big sigh through center. Inhale, reach it out and up. And exhale, hands to heart. It's that crouching line again. Take an inhale. Now exhale, come forward. Tongue out, gaze up. Laugh if you like. And then round it for cat. Gently push the hips back towards the heels, just an inch or two. And then sit back to your child. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, come forward, hands and knees. Exhale here. Inhale, right hand out to the side. Exhale, thread the right shoulder onto the ground. Inhale, the left hand extends forward and the left hip pulls back. The left leg can extend if you like. It can lift if you like. If the leg is lifted, gently bring it down. If the leg is extended, gently bring the left knee by the right. Pull the left hip back. Then slide that left hand under the shoulder. Slide the right hand through. Tuck your toes one more time. Sit back on your heels. Say hello to your feet. Mm-hmm. Inhale, reach it out and up. Big sigh through center. Inhale, reach it out and up. Exhale, pause at the heart. Last laughy line. Take an inhale. Exhale, crouch forward, tongue out, gaze up. Laugh if you want. Then move it to cat. Gently push the hips back a little bit towards the heels. Then sit back to your child. Just a full breath here. We're coming up for our last standing section. So that was an intermission that we had in the practice, and we'll come up for a short standing sequence and twist. Inhale, lift a toe. Inhale, come forward, hands and knees. I might want to get them to down dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift the hips, down dog. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Take about 3 breaths here. We are going to work off the top of the mat. So inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Take a bend in the knees and either float or step or elephant walk your way to the top of your mat. Once you're there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. We're moving into Crescent Lunge. So heart pulls forward and hands sweep back. Inhale, rise, Crescent Lunge. Exhale here and hold. 2 more breaths. Now, as we transition out of this, take an inhale and reach long through your body. Now, as you exhale, come forward, hands reaching. Drop the hands down on either side of the foot. Then let that right hand rotate open for Revolved Side Angle. And hold and breathe here. Next, exhale, right hand comes down. Gently drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes and push back to splits prep. Inhale, roll forward 1 time. Exhale, push back. Then toes towards your shin, heart forward, left hand down, right hand to sky for splits prep with a twist. Shoulders are stacking. Right toes try to face up. Really nice, guys. Now take an inhale. Now as you exhale, right knee bends so right hand can come down. You're moving into that low lunge. Tuck the back toes, come off the back knee, and then shorten your stance for a squared off pyramid. We're going to hold the pyramid first, just for, even though we have moved into several hamstrings, we haven't focused on them, but inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold, and hold your pyramid. We're going to square this off, so you might want to step the back foot up if you haven't to square it off. Make sure that, because we are going to move into a twist with it. So just hold 3 more breaths here. Pull the spine long. Left hand down. Right hand can come to the hip to stack the shoulders, or right hand extends all the way to the sky. And hold here. Yeah, I won't grab it. Sorry. You're welcome. One more full round of breath. Heart keeps pulling forward. Hip pulls back. Now take an inhale. Now as you exhale, return the right hand to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Soften the front knee and inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold, left foot by the right. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart center. Then we're moving into eagle pose. All right, so one more thing to think about. This eagle, you can take just eagle, or you can, so I'm going to get back here to the camera so we can talk about it, okay? All right, so we can take eagle, or we can take eagle to half moon. So the eagle, it's standing on the left leg. So if you're doing half moon, it's going to be on your block's going to be on that left side. Yeah, so you may want to switch that over. Yeah, so your half moons will open to the same side as the twist factor. And all the twists so far have here in this sequence have been to the right. So when we open up, if we're standing on the left, we're in eagle, we open up, we're going to come to that center point again, where we feel nice and strong. Then as we exhale, we'll left hand down, right, whoops, I'm kicking the tree, right hand leg comes back, and we're moving into half moon. You may not want that. You may just want eagle. And that's plenty. That's what I took in my practice this morning. I didn't take the half moon with it. So you can extend out of your eagle upward and meet in mountain, or you can go to half moon, close off your half moon grounded airplane, come up and join in hands at heart center. So you choose what kind of close off you want. Standing on the left leg, left knee bends, right knee over the left, sink into the knees and inhale, arms out to a T. Exhale, right elbow underneath left, hands join if they can, elbows as high as the shoulders, shoulder blades roll back. Take an inhale and stay lifted, or exhale, fold. Breathe here. Then if you'd like to transition out or move into your half moon, inhale, lift it up. Right knee pulls in, the exhale takes you to half moon, or just kick the energy away and come in and out and meet mountain. So choose what you want. If you're moving in and out, you'll meet in mountain. If you're in half moon, you'll hold until you want to close it off, and then you'll take grounded airplane to a fold. And you choose the time, your path out, and then you'll meet us up here. Once you take your grounded airplane forward fold, then you rise up, hands to heart center. Those of us who are in mountain, inhale, reach up, and let's join at heart center. Nice. Inhale, reach up, and then bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Here's another option before we move to the other side. It's nice to have a spacer before we take it to the other side. So let the left foot step back. The right knee pull in, cheetah. Inhale, take it up to 3-point. Exhale, pull it in for pigeon. On the inhale, lift the heart up, and exhale, fold. Just breathe here. So pigeon is a spacer here, but it also gives us time, as the practice wears on, it's active passive sequencing in some Dana yoga so that you can maintain the integrity of the poses throughout to the very end of the practice. That's why the floor walk is incorporated throughout the practice. Last 2 breaths here. Let the hands come underneath the shoulders. On an inhale, lift the heart up. As you exhale, lean onto your right hip, swing your left leg around. Extend both legs out. You're in Dandasana pose, which is another major neutralizer. On the inhale, you can either reach with the hands behind you if your hamstrings are tight, or inhale, reach up, and exhale, bow, fold forward. So you choose what you want, and you have 5 breaths here. Slowly, inhale, lift this up. Exhale, the hands by the hips. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. Shift the hips slightly forward. Take some rollbacks, maybe 5 to 7, up to a standing forward fold, or however you want to make your way to forward fold. The rollbacks are optional. I call them roll-ups if they're coming to a standing fold. But big haws as you're coming forward. Let go of stuff. And And then eventually standing forward fold at the top of your mat, however you want to get there. Once you're there in your fold, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Taking that last sequence to this other side, right foot steps back. Stay on the ball of the back foot. You're moving to Crescent Lunge, heart forward, hands back. Inhale, rise. Exhale here. Hold for a couple of breaths. Then take an inhale, reach through your fingertips, hinging from the hips. Exhale, bow forward, stay long in the torso. Then drop the hands down by the feet and rotate that left hand up to sky for Revolved Side Angle. I forgot where I was. And hold and breathe here. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, left hand comes down. Drop the back knee, push it back to splits prep. Inhale, roll forward one time. Exhale, push back to hold. It's a twist again. Heart forward, right hand down, left hand to sky. Nice. As we transition, take an inhale, and as you exhale, bend the front knee so the left hand can come down. You're in a lunge, low lunge. Tuck the back toes, come off the back knee. Then shorten your stance, stepping the back foot up, straighten both legs. You're moving into a squared off pyramid. Once you're there, heart pulls forward and fold to hold. Nice breathing. We're moving into Revolved Triangle. If you want, heart pulls forward, right hand down, left hand up. Mindful that you're in you're going to go the other direction, Cindy. There you go. Mm-hmm. When you take the Revolved Triangle, you want to make sure that that block doesn't go over to the right side of the body, but it's at the center of the heart or more towards the left. And the heart pulls nice and the spine is nice and long to come into it. Couple more breaths. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, return the left hand to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the front knee, and inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, fingertips reach. Big sigh, hands to heart. If you're using that, moving into half moon, it's on the right side. So if you need a block on your right side, you can get it there. We're standing on the right leg for eagle. Remember, you have your own options for coming out of it. Eagle to a release to mountain. Eagle to half moon to grounded airplane fold. Rise, heart center. Those in mountain will meet in heart center. All right, so standing on the right leg, bend the right knee, left leg up and over the right, bend into the knee, sit the hips down, inhale, arms out to a T, exhale, left elbow under right, hands joined, elbows as high as the shoulders, shoulder blades roll back, take an inhale and stay here, and exhale, breathe or fold on the exhale, pull the hips back. Your line of energy changes to a horizontal line if you're folded, and it's a vertical line if you're lifted. When you're ready to transition, whatever that might be, you lift up on the inhale. That knee is at center point. You exhale, either kick it away or come into your half moon, directing energy as you like, moving prana. Pretty, Lisa. And those of you in half moon, you transition whenever you want. I'm not rushing you when I say that. So those of us in mountain pose will inhale, reach up, and exhale, join at heart center. We'll all meet here. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back. Left knee pulls in cheetah. Inhale, take it up 3-point. Exhale, pull it forward for pigeon. On the inhale, lift the heart up. And exhale, fold. Breathe here. Just a few more breaths here. Let the hands come underneath the shoulders. On the inhale, lift the heart up. On the exhale, lean onto the left hip and swing the right leg around. Once again in Dandasana pose, flexing the feet, engaging the quads. Either hands can be behind and push the hips forward, or inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. And you have about 5 breaths here. If anybody wants any extra, let me know. Slowly start to lift this up. Hands by the hips, bend the knees, feet to the floor. Gently take some rollbacks. You can roll back to plow pose. Remember, a blanket for plow is always the safest, or you can just lay onto the back for leg up the wall pose. If you'd like me to bring you a blanket, I'll be glad to do it. Anybody need a blanket? Karen, would you like 2 blankets? Yeah, I'll get them. If you want to just come onto your back and leg up the wall pose like Lisa has. If you want me to bring you some blankets for plow pose. Do you want a blanket for... So you just want to put that block under your hips if you're going for it. Yeah, and just put the... I think they're folded good. Just make sure your shoulders don't come off that. Yeah, you come back, Karen, just a little bit. Come back just a tiny bit, just so that you're got more shoulder on there. You could even stand to go back even more. Not too much, but yeah. Now when you come up, it'll be, there you go. There you go. Move this. You're welcome. You have about 5-6 more breaths here. You're welcome to stay here for your Shavasana, or you can bend the knees and bring the feet down and make your way to a standard Shavasana. Always know that what is standard Shavasana corpse pose doesn't serve everybody's body. And also it depends on whether they've had enough heart up, heart down, what you might need. So you can be on your belly and you can be in restorative prone. You can have one knee up in restorative prone and like a tree, and do it right side, left side. You can be on your back, put a bolster on the knees, as you see Sarah and Cindy doing, and Linda. So it depends on what you want. Some people want to be on their belly and have a bolster and be in restorative child. So choose what's right for you for Shavasana. We thank you so much for joining us today, and for your presence with us, and for these guys here for letting me film them. So enjoy your Shavasana, and may you let the past go and let your journey be light and bright. Namaste.